that's a load of crap. Anyway, couldn't resist. Pickup truck full of organic fertilizer just don't go as far as you'd like. Anyway, I am officially calling the beginning of garden season for me. Got the old 140 out, did an oil change on it, and now I have got the disc harrow, or as my dad used to call it, the cutting hair. Got it greased up, hooked up. We're fixing to roll over this organic fertilizer and give it a quick chop. Got a little drag pole made out of cable rack there. We used to have an old plank on the disc harrow at the farm, and had it chained off, and my dad would get me and my sister out there to ride that drag pole. You know, as we'd stand on it, and he'd pull us around, walk from side to side, and level out the field. That's what it's for, pretty much. Drag along behind him, bust up the clumps of dirt, and level the field out, and you get a pretty good sense of balance riding on that thing. But I remember one time me and my sister was both on it, and she was younger than me. She had we had a little, almost a ski rope set up for her to sort of prop against, and anyway, she leaned a little too far forward and fell face first into that soft red dirt down at the farm. And that pole, before Dad could get stopped, that pole just drug right across her. I mean, it, and she was just laying there completely level with the dirt, you know. Of course, I hopped off as soon as she fell, so it didn't really, you know, there wasn't no weight on her. It didn't hurt her a bit. But what was funny is when she got up, you know, there was a perfect imprint of her in that soft, freshly plowed dirt. I mean, you know, face and all, you could make out her nose and everything. It was really quite funny. Of course, at the time she didn't think so, but now every time she sees a picture of the old tractor with this with the cutting hair on it, she asks if there's a drag pole rope on it, or if my daughters have been riding the drag pole. So it's one of them things that just stick out in your mind. But anyway, let's fire the old tractor up and see how things go. We man, I hope it ain't too wet. Like I say, over on the other side, I just almost got stuck a few minutes ago. So see if we can't get this worked in a little bit. Look at all the birds out there. They know what I'm fixing to do. Out there hunting bugs. They'll be very thrilled when I get this turned over and all the worms turned up. So let's get the tractor going. Alright guys, don't nothing give you spring fever, or don't nothing give me spring fever like the smell of fresh turned soil. That's man, that smells good. I was only able to get about half the garden. The other half over there is just too wet right now. Really, the whole thing was too wet. I shouldn't have been fooling with it much, but I had to get that fertilizer chopped into the soil a little bit, or I felt like I needed to anyway. And it got turned in pretty well. I wasn't able to pitch those blades out like they should, like I could. You can turn that little disc arrow into a bow tie and just go deep with it, but it's just still too wet. So anyway, there's where we're at. Looks pretty good to me, though. I tell you what, it's giving me spring fever smelling this dirt and getting on the tractor. I needed a good warm day like this. So anyway, guys, moving my turning plow. Gonna put it over there where the disc arrow's at. Get them both on the same side. Changed my mind about my bees. I was gonna put one on each garden, put one down on the other property, but I think I'm gonna put both of them on this garden. I think what I'm gonna do is put both hives on this fence row here. I'm gonna separate them a pretty good bit. Probably put one right here about where I'm standing, and put another one down there closer to the little Jeep. Kind of what I'm thinking anyway. Still give them a good bit of separation, but they both have access to the garden, and if things go as usual with my gardens, they'll have plenty of morning glories to pollinate. So anyway, but I don't know. We're gonna try real hard this year. Maybe I can keep ahead of this one, keep it weeded. I always get plenty of produce off of it, but man, my gardens, sometimes with working out of town, being gone a week at a time, it gets ahead of me and winds up looking kind of crappy, but the vegetables are still good. So I guess that's all that counts. And like I say, I'm hoping for a better harvest this year with the bees on it. But anyway, so hope you guys' weekend's starting out great. Y'all take care. Jason, out.